Hi guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to replace the existing memory on your MacBook Pro with some more memory which you can buy. I've got the 8GB kit from Corsair. Obviously two 4GB modules. It's 1333 MHz, timings of 99924. So it's nice RAM. Hopefully speed up my my Mac a bit. It cost me £25 from Ebuyer, so it's nice and cheap. The first thing you're going to want to do is turn your Mac off. You want to make sure you definitely turn it off, and also remove any power source from it as well. You don't want any kind of power source going in when you're taking the cover off, obviously. You turn it over, you've got 10 screws around the edges, which you're going to want to take off. You've got 3 here, I think it's this side, which are longer. There's 3 longer screws. Obviously you get your screwdriver and then start undoing the screws. Some of them are going to be a little bit tight. I found that very lightly, if they are, get something heavy, for example in this cheapy toolkit I've got, a little bit of a spanner, and just give it very, very small taps. Obviously you don't want to start damaging your MacBook, but it will help to loosen the screws if they are tight. I had one of them which I just could not get out. So yeah, we'll do that now. Oh, and also make sure that you keep the screws in a safe place. And there you can see, that is the longer screw. There's 3 of those. So I'll take them out now for you. Okay, once you're done taking all the screws out, make sure obviously that they are not going to get lost. I put them to the side here. The cover should literally just click off, and there you go, there's your cover, the bottom of it. It's quite a thin piece of aluminium, I find. It does have quite a lot of flex to it. Pop that to one side, and you can see inside the MacBook now. Just make sure you're in frame, which you are, and you can see here you've got the RAM. I'll explain a bit about the different components. Here you've obviously got the hard drive with the tabs. They've all got easy to move tabs. You've got the optical drive here. This is the battery. It's a huge battery in the MacBook. You then got obviously your fan here, which I'm guessing is for the CPU, your motherboard, and then here you've got your 2 RAM modules. So all you need to do is remove the memory. The first thing is ground yourself. So either touch your Mac unibody or something else metal to ground yourself. Make sure you're not going to damage the components. And it's quite simple. There's 2 tabs here which you simply push away, and the RAM flips up like that, and then it pops out, and that's the old RAM. You can see there 2 2GB modules. So pop them to the side. Same with the other one, a little bit lower down. Squeeze the 2 levers out, and the RAM should pop out like that. There's the other one. Now you're going to want to open your new memory and install that, and I will do that right now. I'll just take this out of the packaging for you. Okay, so I've unboxed the memory. This is the new RAM. So it's two 4GB modules for a total of 8GB RAM. Obviously this is Corsair memory. And when installing the RAM, you want to make sure that the label on the RAM is facing upwards. It's an easy way. You can also obviously tell with DDR3 you've got the notch there and the pin, which obviously lines up as well. So to put it back in, you simply start with the bottom. It's a little bit fiddly. Push it in and push down, and then you're in. Simple as that. Push in. As you're pushing it into the slot, start to push down and it will go in. It'll just clip in nicely. Same with the top one. Make sure it lines up. Push in like so, and push down, click in until you hear a nice little click there, and that's it. That is pretty much it. I'll show you now. You can see obviously my new memory to replace the existing standard Apple memory, so you can see the difference in them both, and this should hopefully speed up my machine. So next job is obviously to pop the cover back on. Just going to give it a quick clean around the edges because they're a little bit dusty. Obviously this isn't a very good clean, but it'll get the worst of it off. and then the next job is to pop the cover back on. So it's as simple as popping that down there, and then putting in your 10 screws. Obviously starting with the longer screw, the top here. They should all go in, and I'll do that now. Okay, so we've finally put all the screws back in. Pop it over. Give it a brush down on the top to get any dust and crap off. And we can start it up. Just to note, it might take a little bit longer for your MacBook to start back up, simply because it's got to cache everything again onto the RAM. So I've seen videos that people's MacBooks have taken approximately 5 minutes to start up, especially if you're using a hard drive after you've replaced the RAM. Some dust on the screen there. So obviously, bear in mind that it has got to cache everything again. But yeah, that's about it. It's only took me kind of 5 minutes or so. Quick and easy process, nice and cheap. The RAM I got was Corsair. It was Corsair memory. It was like I said, £25 or so from Ebuyer. Quick delivery. Very, very handy performance increase for your MacBook. If you've got any questions, just leave below. Yeah, and also, but actually, there's something I meant to say. When you come to screw the screws back in, make sure you don't over tight them, because you don't want to thread them and take the head off them. And obviously, for future upgrades, you'll be stuck then if you can't get the screws out. So that's about it for that. And actually, didn't take as long as I thought, to be honest. And if we go into the top here, obviously it's just caching everything and starting up. There we go, about this Mac. And it should say, eventually when it comes up, there we go, you can see there, this is 8 gig of 1333 DDR3. If you go into more info, which is surprisingly taking a lot longer than it usually does. I think it's because it's from cold boot, and obviously I'm using the standard 5200 I think RPM hard drive. You can also see that it has actually bumped up the Intel HD Graphics 3000 memory. It used to be 256 meg, I think, and it's now 512, which is quite nice. It's bumped up my graphics memory as well. So that's another thing that it does. Yeah, so that's about it. And obviously it will increase the speed of your system quite considerably with double the RAM. So if you've got any questions, just leave them below and I will answer them as best as I can. But I hope this helped for anyone wanting to upgrade. Really, really, really easy to do. Yeah, I'd definitely recommend it. So yeah, take care for now, and I'll speak to you soon.